Warm greetings to all the learners around here. Welcome to a new episode on the topic Business Idea Generation Techniques. Have you ever imagined how an entrepreneur gets new ideas to start a business? All the innovative products we see around us are the results of ideas conceived by the entrepreneurs. In this video, we will see what are the techniques available for generation of business ideas. Business idea is a business seed which expands and grows into a business tree. The idea generation is the first step for any product development. An entrepreneur has to look for feasible product options that can be executed. Let us now see the sources of business ideas. The ideas may generate within the organization, which is otherwise called as technical sources. Sometimes the scientists and the engineers of the company give valuable ideas. The research and development department of the company is continuously involved in either producing a new product or in improving the existing products. The ideas may come from external sources also, which are called as market sources. It may be from consumers, suppliers, distributors, or even the government. These ideas relate to new methods to be adopted for production or a new product design, or it may be to develop a new machinery. There are various methods of generating ideas from market sources. We shall see them one by one now. The first technique is focus groups. In this method, a group of members consisting of 8 to 14 members are interviewed. A moderator leads a group of people through an open, in-depth discussion rather than simply asking questions to solicit participants' response. The group is stimulated by comments from various other group members in creativity, conceptualizing, and developing a new product idea to fulfill a market need. The second technique is brainstorming. In this method, a group of consumers are selected and they focus on a specific market or a product area. Freewheeling discussion is encouraged here to generate wilder ideas. Here, there are no experts present dominating the discussion. Criticisms and negative comments are prohibited here. In this method, the group is encouraged to combine various ideas, and the improvement of these ideas leads to the newer ideas. The third technique is reverse brainstorming. Reverse brainstorming is similar to brainstorming, except that the criticisms are allowed here. In fact, this technique is based on finding fault by asking questions such as, in how many ways can this idea fail? Since the focus is on negative aspect, care must be taken to maintain the morale of the group. The fourth technique is Rawlinson brainstorming. This technique does not emphasize group interaction. It is especially useful for untrained groups because there is no interaction between the group members and all ideas are directed towards the facilitator and the scribe. The problem owner simply presents his problem and the ideal situation he is looking for. Other group members present their solutions directly to the facilitator in two-word phrases. The fifth technique is problem inventory analysis. This method uses individuals rather than a group to generate new product ideas. The participants are provided with a list of problems for a product category. They are then asked to identify and discuss products in this category that have a particular problem. This method is very effective as it is easier to relate known products to suggested problems and arrive at a new product idea than to generate an entirely new product idea. The fifth technique is Gordon model. This method begins with a group of members not knowing the exact nature of the problem. This ensures that the solution is not clouded by preconceived ideas and the habit patterns. The entrepreneur starts by mentioning a general concept associated with the problem. The group responds by expressing a number of ideas. Then a concept is developed, followed by the related concepts through guidance by the entrepreneur. The seventh concept is checklist method. In the checklist method, a new idea is developed through a list of related issues or suggestions. An entrepreneur can use a list of questions or statements to guide the direction of developing entirely new ideas or concentrating on specific idea areas. The eighth technique is free association. This technique is helpful in developing an entirely a new slant to the problem. First, a word or phrase is related to the problem is written down, then another and another, with each new word attempting to add something new to the ongoing thought process, thereby creating a chain of ideas with a new product idea emerging. The ninth technique is forced relationships. The forced relationship method introduces two random and seemingly unrelated items and forces you to create a connection between them. This technique encourages innovative thinking in order to build those relationships and possibly develop a new product. For example, take a calculator and a pencil. These are totally unrelated to each other. Now try putting them together and develop new idea to form these patterns. 10th technique is collective notebook method. In the collective notebook method, a small notebook that easily fits in a pocket containing a statement of the problem, blank pages, and any pertinent background data is distributed. The participants consider the problem and its possible solutions, recording ideas at least once but preferably 3 times a day. At the end of the month, a list of the best ideas is developed along with any suggestions. The 11th technique is scientific method. The scientific method widely used in various fields of inquiry consists of principles and processes, conducting observations and experiments, and validating the hypothesis. This approach involves the entrepreneur defining the problem, gathering and analyzing data, developing and testing potential solutions, and choosing the best solution. The 12th technique is value analysis. Value analysis is a method for reducing cost by analyzing the value of a product, service, or process. It involves examining the components of a product or service to determine how well they meet their intended purpose. The 13th technique is attribute listing. Attribute listing is a creative technique that can assist you to expand and diversify your product and service range. While using the technique of attribute listing, we break a problem down into smaller and smaller parts or attributes and look at the alternative solutions to these parts. The 14th technique is matrix charting. Matrix charting is a systematic method of searching for new opportunities by listing important elements for the product area along with two axes of a chart and then asking questions regarding each of these elements. The answers are recorded in the relevant boxes of the matrix. The 15th technique is big dream approach. This approach requires the individual to dream as magnificent a dream as possible without worrying about the practicalities of implementation. An example of a big dream for a startup would be to develop a big shopping mall in the township, but they are not in a position to start at the scale such a shopping mall development requires. The 16th technique is hitchhiking. Hitchhiking is a brainstorming technique that involves using other participants' ideas to generate new ideas. It is also known as piggy banking. Here, the group members combine their ideas with those of the others and suggest ways to improve their ideas. For example, when someone suggests an idea, the other members of the group can treat the thought like the forced relationship technique. This often gives birth to another new idea. The next technique is the trigger sessions. Trigger method is a way of brainstorming where each idea creates many new ideas. Each of those ideas can lead to new ones. The trigger method is analysis based on repetition. One idea triggers another and another and so on until as many thoughts as possible are generated. The 18th technique is the Taguchi method. This is a totally different method for a group to tackle the problems. For example, a team in a factory is looking for ways to optimize the efficiency of a production process. The process is made into a flow chart. All the participants, often line workers, are invited to write down their ideas for improving the production process and send them notes. The facilitator then clusters the notes and tries to build the overall process skeleton. Hope this video was helpful in understanding the techniques of business idea generation. Thank you.